K-pop snubbed at 2025 Grammy nominations. BTS v. Jimin, Jungkook, BLACKPINK Lisa, Stray Kids, and more big names excluded. As the 2025 Grammy Award nominations were announced, the music world was buzzing with excitement, but for K-pop fans, there was a sense of disbelief and frustration. Despite K-pop's growing influence on the global music scene, some of the genre's biggest names have been left off the list of nominees, including top stars like BTS members V, Jimin, and Jungkook, BLACKPINK's Lisa, Stray Kids, and more. This snubbing of highly successful K-pop acts has once again raised questions about the Recording Academy's ability to reflect the cultural and musical diversity of the current music landscape. The Grammys, long considered one of the most prestigious music awards, have a history of overlooking international artists, and the 2025 nominations seem to be no exception. While the awards show has made strides toward inclusivity in recent years, particularly with the recognition of non-Western genres like Afrobeat and Latin music, K-pop's exclusion from major categories continues to stir debate. In this article, we will delve into the details of this year's Grammy nominations, the notable K-pop snubs, and what this means for the future of K-pop's relationship with the Recording Academy. The rise of K-pop, from niche genre to global powerhouse. Over the past decade, K-pop has evolved from a niche genre to a global cultural powerhouse. Thanks to the success of groups like BTS, BLACKPINK, EXO, and TWICE, K-pop has become a fixture in the global music landscape, with a massive and devoted fan base that stretches across continents. In 2021, BTS made history by becoming the first K-pop act to earn a Grammy nomination for their hit single, Dynamite, in the Best Pop Duo Group Performance category. Despite losing that year, their nomination was seen as a significant milestone in the genre's growing recognition within the Western music industry. Since then, K-pop's popularity has only continued to soar. BTS has gone on to break numerous records, including becoming the first K-pop group to top the Billboard Hot 100 with multiple songs. BLACKPINK, with its viral hits and international collaborations, has established itself as one of the most influential girl groups in the world. Stray Kids, a younger but rapidly growing boy band, has also gained a strong global following, and artists like Lisa, BLACKPINK, Jimin, Jungkook, and V have found success both as soloists and as part of their groups. Yet, despite all of this, the 2025 Grammy nominations have left many K-pop fans disillusioned. Several K-pop idols and groups who had major global success in 2024 were left out of major categories, leading to accusations that the Recording Academy is still struggling to fully recognize the genre. The 2025 Grammy snubs, who was left out? As the nominations for the 2025 Grammy Awards were revealed, some of K-pop's brightest stars were noticeably absent from the prestigious lists. Among the most glaring exclusions were BTS members V, Jimin, and Jungkook, snubbed despite solo success. BTS, widely regarded as one of the most influential musical acts of the 21st century, has yet to win a Grammy in one of the major categories despite being nominated multiple times. However, this year, members V, Jimin, and Jungkook each released highly successful solo projects that many believed could earn them recognition at the 2025 Grammys. V Kim Taehyung released his solo album Layover in 2024, which garnered critical acclaim for its mix of R&B and jazz influences. The album topped multiple global charts, and V's lead single, Slow Dancing, became a global hit, breaking records on platforms like Spotify and YouTube. Fans and critics alike praised V's vocal performance and artistic maturity, with many hoping that he would finally receive the Grammy nod that had eluded him as a member of BTS. Jimin also had a major solo breakout with his album Face, which dominated the charts, especially in the West. His single, Like Crazy, charted high on Billboard's Hot 100 and was a huge streaming success. Despite Jimin's growing international recognition, he was shockingly left out of the major categories. Jungkook made waves as well with his single, 7, which shattered records on both global streaming platforms and on the Billboard Hot 100. His solo debut was a huge commercial success, yet his name was absent from the 2025 nominations. These exclusions are particularly puzzling considering that BTS has enjoyed a long-standing presence in the Western music industry, and their solo members have shown even more potential in their solo endeavors. The fact that these artists were snubbed, despite their individual achievements in 2024, highlights an ongoing bias within the Grammy system. BLACKPINK's Lisa, a solo artist at the top of her game. BLACKPINK's Lisa is one of the most successful K-pop idols in recent years, both as a member of the group and as a solo artist. Her solo debut single, Lalisa, was a record-breaking success, surpassing multiple streaming records and charting at #1 on iTunes in over 60 countries. Her album Lalisa was praised for its catchy blend of hip-hop, pop, and K-pop elements, and Lisa's performance was lauded as one of the standout solo debuts in recent years. Despite her massive success and global recognition, Lisa was excluded from the 2025 Grammy nominations. This was especially surprising given her huge cultural influence in the West and the ongoing success of Blackpink as a whole. Lisa's absence from the Grammys' main categories raised eyebrows, with many fans questioning whether the Recording Academy was hesitant to recognize non-Western artists in its highest accolades. Stray Kids. No nomination despite record-breaking year. Stray Kids, who have been steadily growing in popularity both in Korea and internationally, also found themselves excluded from the 2025 Grammy nominations. Their 2024 album Maxident was a commercial triumph, debuting at the top of the Billboard 200 chart and breaking multiple records along the way. The group's dedicated fanbase, known as Stays, had hoped that the group's success would finally earn them a nod from the Grammys. Stray Kids' exclusion from the list of nominees has sparked frustration among fans, who argue that the group has more than earned the recognition. Stray Kids' blend of high-energy performances, innovative production, and genre-bending music has earned them a dedicated following and a strong reputation in the K-pop world. Yet, despite their global popularity, they were left out of major Grammy categories. Other notable exclusions: 17, ITZY, TXT, and more. Aside from BTS members, Blackpink's Lisa, and Stray Kids, other K-pop groups like 17, ITZY, and Tomorrow X Together TXT were also notably absent from the nominations. Each of these groups had stellar years in 2024, releasing hit albums and achieving success both domestically and internationally. However, they were once again overlooked in the Grammy nominations, leaving fans wondering if K-pop's influence is truly being recognized by the Grammy voters. 17's FML was a critical and commercial success, breaking multiple records in Korea and abroad. ITZY's Checkmate was another successful release, featuring catchy, high-energy tracks that continued to solidify the group's place as one of the most successful girl groups in K-pop. TXT, under Big Hit Entertainment, the same label as BTS, continued their upward trajectory with the name Chapter, Temptation, which was widely praised for its experimental approach to pop music. Despite their achievements, these groups were excluded from the nominations. Why the exclusion of K-pop? The Grammy Awards and global music diversity. The continued snubbing of K-pop artists at the Grammys is a significant point of contention in the music industry. While the Grammys have taken steps to become more inclusive of global music genres, K-pop has often been relegated to niche categories, such as Best Global Music Album, or left entirely off the ballot. Despite K-pop's massive cultural influence, its artists have rarely been nominated for major awards in categories such as Album of the Year, Song of the Year, or Best New Artist. This exclusion has led many to question whether the Grammy Awards are still out of touch with the global music industry. K-pop's rise has been driven by a massive, dedicated fanbase that spans the globe, and the genre has had a profound impact on streaming, pop culture, and even fashion. The fact that K-pop artists and groups continue to be overlooked by the Grammys despite their achievements reflects a lack of diversity in the Grammy nomination process. The future of K-pop and the Grammys. Despite the ongoing struggles K-pop faces with the Grammy Awards, the genre's global influence continues to grow. K-pop artists are increasingly collaborating with Western stars, breaking records, and pushing the boundaries of music and performance. K-pop's cultural footprint is undeniable, and the genre's growing influence on global music trends makes it increasingly impossible for the Grammy Awards to ignore. It remains to be seen whether the Grammys will ever fully recognize K-pop as an integral part of the global music landscape. Until then, K-pop fans will continue to support their favorite artists and celebrate their achievements, regardless of whether the Recording Academy acknowledges them. As K-pop continues to take the world by storm, the genre's influence on pop culture and music cannot be denied, and the future looks bright for K-pop's global expansion.